Okay, guys, ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode of DGen News. Okay, so today is not July. Today's August 1st of 2025. Okay, so today's topic is Rule 34. Okay, it's in the title. You already know what the topic is. All right, Rule 34 is essentially the rule of the internet that if it exists, there's porn of it, and unfortunately, the rule is quite true. Okay, personally, I am not a thorough enjoyer of Rule 34. Here and there, maybe. Okay, but not on the regular. All right, that's just not really for me. Okay, maybe here and there for a select few characters. Not all the time. Okay, like for example, I have Snorlax back here. Would I watch Rule 34 of Snorlax? Depends on my mood. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? But there is a treasure trove. There is an absolute, you know, there's a bottomless pit of straight up fucking just Rule 34. It's just drawn porn. Okay? There is so much to the point where if I look up any given character, okay, there will be at a minimum, 10,000. At a minimum, 10,000. Okay, unless the character is brand new, then maybe a couple hundred. Okay? The reason I'm saying this is I think it's okay. If you enjoy it, okay, but it's not for me. Alright? Personally, like, I don't know. Maybe for one or two characters it's okay. But not for everyone, okay? Like, I don't know, maybe a Rem is fine. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not Snorlax. I'm just fucking with you. Or am I? Yeah? You'll never know. You'll never know if I'm joking or not. Now, here's the thing. Okay? When Rule 34 becomes extremely degenerate is when it involves, okay, the forbidden fruit, i.e., children or animals. It happens, okay? And any pedophile out there who's trying to say, oh, actually, if it's drawn, it's not child porn. Yes, it is. It's the same thing, okay? Don't even try. And if I see that in my comments, I will report you, okay? You need your hard drive searched, bro. I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you, okay? But yeah, basically, okay, in the grand scheme of society, pedophilia is not okay, as it should be, alright? But, yeah, and the reason I am now talking about this is because recently there was a dude, in my city that was caught. He had a lot of child porn. It was weird. And he pretty much confessed to the cops. He was like, yes, I love fantasizing about fucking kidnapping kids. I'm like, what the fuck? Are we dead ass? That's just not real. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of creepy people. And when creepy people can't get their hands on real child porn, they decide, drawn is the next best thing. Which personally, I'm not a pedophile, so I wouldn't know where to get it. Okay? Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to get it. There's a certain site that may or may not supply it. Okay. I'm not gonna name it. Okay. Because I'm not gonna do that. It's weird. Okay, but all my years of the internet, I've seen some shit in my life. Okay, I've seen some shit. My fair share of shit in my time on the internet, okay? And, yeah. So, today, after the entire 4-minute yap session that I just went on, we are going to talk about the holy trinity of fucking abysmal Rule 34, Okay? Okay. First off, we gotta go with kids, okay? So, of there's a lot of lolicon out there, okay? It's essentially the age old trope. Oh, actually, this vampire, this little anime girl, she's actually a 3,000-year-old vampire. Yeah, that's basically what lolly is. Okay, lolly is not my cup of tea. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I've never watched it. I've never watched Nor Will I Ever. Okay, no. Okay, I also think Imoto is weird. It's basically, a little sister complex. That's wrong. What the fuck are you doing? Not only is that incestuous, but it's also, pedophilia. You're gross. You're weird. Okay, but since it comes from the strange land of Japan, where anything goes, basically, okay, there is so much. There's a plethora. Okay, they're not available in the West, luckily. Okay, but unluckily, they are available in Japan. Right? They might say, she's a 3,000-year-old vampire, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. You're weird. All right. And then there's gonna be that one gooner guy who's gonna have fucking. He's gonna have fucking like. Okay, like he's gonna have like a figure of Shiro from No Game No Life. Give me 1 second. Okay, for the sake of the show, I have purchased myself a little Shiro. Okay, now here we have a prime example. Okay, she canonically is about 9 years old or 11. She's 11. Okay, canonically, right? But let's take a look at this figure. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty innocent, for the most part. Yeah, no, because if we flip and turn, it's definitely not that innocent. Okay, I'm gonna blur that because I don't want you seeing that. But it's definitely not that innocent, and um, really, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's okay. Right? Obviously, you shouldn't sexualize or objectify any women. Okay? Unless they're, your wife or your girlfriend. Which is, I think that's fine. Right? Because obviously, there's a mutual connection there. That's okay. Right? But if it's some random girl on the street, you shouldn't say, oh, I totally blamed that girl. You're weird. Right? You're goofy, bro. You're goofy. You're hitting the fucking goofy live. You're hitting the like, bro, like, you just look goofy. I'm sorry. Okay, right? But let's say, okay, for anybody that's wondering, I'm about to be a sophomore in high school, so I can own this figure. Okay, but let's say I'm a grown ass man. Let's say I'm like 45. Okay, I watch No Game No Life. I think, oh, you know that Shiro character who's like 11 canonically. I think she's pretty fucking hot. Okay, so don't take that out of context. So I buy this figure, okay, and I realize, whoa, she didn't have pants on. That's amazing for me, since in this situation I'm a pedophile. Right? That's great for me. So now we come to this argument. Taito, which is where I got this figure, okay? Taito is one of the biggest figure manufacturers on Earth. Okay? Taito, what the fuck are you doing, bro? She's 11. You can't do this shit. And then you could say, actually, it's from Japan, so it's okay, culturally. Okay? Culturally in America, it was okay to own slaves. Do we do that anymore? No. You know why? Because times change, okay? And interestingly, 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 Japanese people are not very open to changing a lot of their laws, you know? I'm pretty sure it is 18 now, but for the longest time, it was 12 the age of consent in Japan. That is insanity. How low? How low can you go? Can you go down low? 16? Nah, it's a little old. 14? Still a little old. 12. Yeah. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? That's so insane. Alright? Alright, now. Animals! Alright? So I watch Pokemon, okay? And I look at Gardevoir, and I'm like, whoa. You know what would look great on that Pokemon? Double D's. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. Right? So now we have a plethora of degenerates running around the internet, okay? Like, displaying their fucking, like, of course, they're technically anthropomorphized, okay? But that's still insane, okay? They're pretty much projecting their zoophilic fucking fantasy on everybody else, okay, in the form of, oh, it's anthropomorphic, okay, in this situation, in my fantasy world this time, she's actually, you know, a human pretty much. You're weird. You're weird. It's pretty much an animal. It's an animal. Pokemon are animals, okay? No matter what you fucking spin it to be. Pikachu doesn't know any other fucking word than Pikachu, okay? Do you know why? Do you know how, you know, dogs don't know how to do anything else except make noises? Yeah, because they're fucking animals. Right? And, okay, if you are a DeviantArt user who fucking draws My Little Pony, Pokemon, or, shit, what's another popular one? Furry porn? Okay, there's a fucking subset of furry porn called feral. Okay? Feral is when it's unanthropomorphized, i.e., they're not made to look like humans. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Humanity has gone to shit. We are cooked. Okay? Personally, it's not my cup of tea. No, I'm just kidding. I've never watched it. Nor will I ever, bro. Nor will I ever. Okay? I have watched gay furry porn, though, and that was insane. Alright? Now... Anyway, now we got to the third forbidden fruit. What was the third forbidden fruit? We got children, animals. Oh, Uroguro. Uroguro is essentially a subset of hentai where it is encouraged to the viewer, okay, or rather it's depicted in the story that the two people engaging in intercourse are being harmed as well. So, essentially, if we have a dude on top and we have a girl on the bottom, the dude, let's say for instance, will take Mai-chan's daily life for an example, okay, we will say the dude on top has a chainsaw and he saws the girl in half on the bottom. That is Uroguro, okay? Now, personally, I don't like inflicting pain or, you know, any sort of, like, harm on my partner, you know, or my girlfriend, you know, my significant other, you know, because I'm not a fucking weirdo and I'm not abusive, okay? Maybe, okay, I may or may not have hit her with a sweetheart's rope once. That's because she was doing it to me too, okay? And that shit hurt, so I had to teach her a lesson. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. That did happen, but that's not my reasoning for it, okay? I just did it for fun. It's, you know, it's a sweetheart rope. It can't hurt that bad. So, Excuse me. So, we now have a bit of a dilemma, okay? Personally, I don't like Uraguro. It's weird. I don't like it, okay? I feel like the gore is not drawn very well, alright? That's just me. But there are real fetishes that are kind of like this, but not exactly. Basically, we have scat, okay? Scat is the, let's see here. How do I explain this? Like, okay. Think R. Kelly, but instead of piss, it's shit. It's basically you just take a huge shit on a dude's, on a girl's chest, and it's hot somehow, okay? Or, shit in a bowl, she eats it, typical shit. Nah, just kidding. It's not typical. That's weird. That's weird. It's super weird. Okay? Also, we have another huge thing that is not good to be pushed onto the general audience, okay? Incest is not cool. Okay? I know. Controversial statement of the decade. I'm sorry. Okay? But no. Incest isn't cool, okay? We do not fucking want Sloth from the Goonies fucking, hey you guys, all the time, in, like, every family. That's what we would have if we had constant incest, okay? We'd have, hey you guys, Mom, what time dinner ready? Like, everybody would be, like, fucking retarded, okay? Everybody would be like that, okay? Everybody would be on the spectrum. Everybody would be retarded. Everybody would be super fucking disfigured, okay? There's a reason why incest is illegal, because it's just fucking awful. You're gross. You're weird, okay? But we have a situation, okay? Porn. This time we're talking about real porn, or just porn in general, okay? Has made a narrative to say, okay, it's okay. If it's your stepsister, it's fine. No, it's not. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, you're weird. While you might not be blood related, technically you're marriage related. And then you're like, actually we're not blood related, so it doesn't matter. Actually it does, yeah? Like, think about it. If your mom, let's say you're living with a single mom, right? She meets a rich dude who has a daughter, okay? You're a dude, okay? In this situation, right? This rich guy is piping your mom, okay? And then you are piping his daughter. That's not cool. It's a triangle. It's a square at this point, right? That's raunch, bro. That's raunch. I don't like it. That's weird, right? You might argue, actually, it's not. They're not blood related, so it's okay. Okay? And then we get, like, lines, like, in Alia, sometimes says her feelings in Russian. She, Yuki, okay, in that show, says very vividly, it's not hot if they're not blood related. Okay. So, we have a bit of a fucking problem here. We're gonna have, since people, let's be real now, people watch porn when they're young. Be real, okay? When did you discover porn? When you were like 12? Yeah, exactly. Okay? So essentially, the plot here is, don't watch porn, it's not good for you. Okay? Now, moral of the story on DGen News today. Okay? We're gonna leave you off with a good, heartfelt message, okay? Piping Snorlax is not okay. Piping Shiro is not okay. Piping your little sister is not okay. Okay? So, here we go. Okay? Here's the outro. Okay? Don't fuck with don't fuck with things that are morally wrong. Okay? That's not okay. No fucking with kids. Okay? No fucking with animals. Okay? No fucking making your partner bleed unless she asks you to, which is a little weird, but okay, just do it. Okay, okay. No, just don't. No fucking piping your sister, okay? No piping your mom. No piping anybody in your fucking family, okay? Unless, they're like step cut. No, I'm just kidding. Don't. Oh. Okay? Wear a condom. Wear your seatbelt, okay? Moral of the story, just don't watch porn, okay? Fucking generate your reality, okay? Instead of watching porn, fucking jerking your meat all the time, how about get a fucking girlfriend so she can do it for you, okay? Alright. Peace out. That was DGen News for August 1st, okay? Like and subscribe if you want more, because if it's not successful, I'm going to stop doing it, okay? Really, yeah, okay? So, yeah. Wear a condom unless it's with your family, then don't do it at all. Wear your seatbelt. Always wear your seatbelt, okay? Don't pipe your mom. Don't do crack. Let's see here. Tell somebody you love them today, okay? You don't know. Maybe you just made their day. Maybe today was the day they were gonna die, and then you said that, and then they're like, "Oh my God, I'm not gonna kill myself anymore." Okay. Yeah. Peace out. Goodbye. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. I love you all. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't love you all. I don't know any of you, okay? But I appreciate you watching, okay? Okay. Fucking, let me start recording!